everybody, welcome. My name is Jamie Springman. I'm an independent designer with Couture, and you're watching my business page. I want to really quickly send this over to my VIP group, as I normally do, because I share my lives with my VIPs. On Thursdays, I normally have an extra live just for my VIP group. Just an FYI, I will not be live tomorrow or Friday because I am getting ready for Scarefest. My living room is covered in Couture stuff, getting ready for this awesome event. I am so beyond excited. The nerves have kind of gone away until I get there, right? So today is the 19th, 2022, and we are going to do something that is in Last Chance, and it's also 20% off for club members. That is anything Halloween, all the way to the end of October. So let's get started real quick. Okay, so we're gonna paint this. That's why I'm on a little bit early. We're gonna do the cool Enter If You Dare transfer that goes with our block set. Our block set is double-sided, so you could do Halloween on one side, fall on the other, Christmas on the other side, whichever you wanted to do. I did grab out some of my acrylic paints just to paint with. You can paint with our paste, but I wanted these colors, so that's why I went with this. I'm actually going to be using Apple Orchid Orchard, and Pure Orange. So we are going to get started. Let me move you guys down so you can see what I am doing. We are going to use our glow-in-the-dark paste, and we're also going to use black velvet, and we're going to do everything in black velvet. Then we're going to go over certain pieces with the glow-in-the-dark. So as always, I'm going to start with painting. I know it's cold where a lot of people are. I don't know if it's cold where you are. If it's warm where you are, I envy you because it is freezing here. We're going to do this little one in orange and the rest of them in green. Now we do have, like I said, we do have chalk paste that you can paint with. I am just doing some acrylic paints. Little out of the box thinking. And I always go straight across because, one, I get a little bit of OCD about it and I don't like paint lines. So if it doesn't bother you, then you can do it the other way, but this is how I do it. Today is also, I wanted to talk to you guys about Watts of Love. Watts of Love is our nonprofit organization that we have teamed up with, and I absolutely love Watts of Love, no pun intended, and I think they're amazing. The stories that they have and the wonderful impact that they have with everyone that they give lights to is just amazing. If you want to know more about Watts of Love, there is a Watts of Love, if you scroll down at the bottom of my chalk site, there is a spot that talks about Watts of Love. Plus, we have a Watts of Love tab that you can order things, and that stuff goes to Watts of Love. You can do a direct donation. You can do a roundup at checkout. And you can do a transfer, and $2 of every transfer goes to Watts of Love. I know it's a little late probably for all of you thinking Halloween. It's kind of, you know, we're moving past that. We are, but this is going to go to my Scarefest booth. So I figured while I was working on my stuff for Scarefest, why not include all of you with me? And you guys can see some of the things that I'm putting in there. I'm going to let that dry for just a split second, and we're going to do a little bit of orange. I might have put too much paint on my paint tray, but it's all good. These aren't that expensive. I like the color combo. I think it's actually kind of cool, so might not be for everybody, but that's one of the great things about chalk is that you can create your own designs and do your own thing. I love that you can paint our surfaces. I love that you can use our chalk paste to paint with also. That is a huge, huge bonus. We do have this color orange, but we did not have that color green. So that's why I went with what I went with. And I'll probably, if these don't sell, which praying that they do, if they don't sell, then I'm probably gonna do Christmas on the back, and I'll just put them on my shelf in my fireplace. These are dry, so we're gonna do one more coat. I kind of like the look of the wood grain underneath, but like I said, that's not for everyone. Some people might be like, no, I don't like that wood grain look. I want it to be solid, and that's up to you, however you want to do it. I love out of the box thinking. I love taking something that is meant for something and doing something different with it. I don't like to be cookie cutter. That's just me, obviously. So this next week, we are going to be doing something really, really cool. I am actually going to do themed weeks all the way till December 3rd, or 2nd, I'm sorry, December 2nd. And every week will be a different theme color for Christmas decor. So if you are like, I'm going to change my tree up and I want to do something different, or if you just are like, hey, I just want to see what other people are doing, I think that will be really cool. Hop on in, come join us. Love to have you. On Thursdays, there will be a special live for VIPs. Some of the lives might be pre-recorded depending on what's going on. Just FYI. But I will be around to answer questions. Just depends on what day it falls on. Because I do have doctor's appointments and things like that that are going on. Or studio hops and all that kind of stuff down at my studio. So I do have to participate in that stuff. So, but I will be around to answer any questions. Okay, so these are painted. I'm not going to paint the edges. I'm going to leave them white. I'm going to dry this real quick because the quick dry tool will dry the paint. You always want to make sure that if you're going to paint and then layer a transfer over top, that you wax first, and we will be doing that. We are going to wax the surface. But you definitely want to make sure that your paint is dry, because if it's not dry, it's going to pull up with that transfer, and it will wash off. That's why I use washable acrylic paints, or paste. But you just want to make sure that you're taking that extra precaution to save your transfer. Because our transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times. And yeah, you might only do this one time this year, but you can come back and do it again and again and again. This would be really cute too, also in a boys' room. It always reminds me of my boys. I just think it's funny. Maybe not do the October 31st part, but you could do the radioactive symbols and glow in the dark. You can change it up. Absolutely. And it smells like pee in here now. It's funny. I just got that smell out of my chalk room from all the pumpkins that I did. So this is still a little tacky right there. I just want to make sure that is dry. I'm going to sit these off to the side over here so they're not in the way. I don't want the heat hitting the transfer that's sitting here, so that's why I'd be putting my arm up. All right, now we're going to set this off to the side, and I used the cardboard that came with the block set to just sit my stuff on and paint it just to protect my surface. Obviously, this is a craft table, so it can be rough prepped up and painted and cleaned up and whatever, but just in case you want to save your surface, you can always use that. So I'm going to cut this along the cut lines. You want to stay as close to or on as possible. And every piece of this is reusable 8 to 12 times. So if you only wanted to use the radioactive and be funny and put it on a sign by your bathroom or something, you totally could do that. I just thought of that and just like popped in my head. I don't know why. It's been one of those days today, guys. So this is the October. I always write on the back. And the reason I do that is so I know what goes back on that backer sheet and how it goes back on it. And enter if you dare. If you catch this on a replay, just go ahead and put hashtag replay. If you're watching it live, say hello. I can't see comments for some odd reason. It is decided that no, you're not going to see comments today. So it is what it is, I guess. All right, so I'm going to get ready to fuzz this. The more silk screen you have, the less fuzzing it takes. I am going to fuzz this. And like I said, we are going to wax this surface because I don't want that paint to come off on the back of my transfer. If it does, it's okay. It's not going to ruin anything. It will be fine. I'm going to stick the sticky side up over here on the side. I'm going to move my towel. I'm going to pull this piece because this is the piece that we are going to do first. And we are going to wax it. Our wax smells like crayons, guys. It has hardly any odor to it at all, and I absolutely love it. It doesn't smell super strong, and it is awesome. Okay, I'm going to sit that there. I'm going to pull this one up. I'm just going to wax all of these just to get them done so then we can buff them too, because you want the wax to sit on it for just a second. You want that to happen because let that wax absorb into that wood. It's also prepping that wood surface for paint or paste so that it doesn't bleed. So just make it simple. Okay, we're gonna pull this piece back. And I always use the side with the tag. Just wipe it back down. That's just pulling up any extra little pieces that we have. It is a little bit of a process, but it's so much fun, and it turns out to be so, so cool. All right, and then we're just gonna close up our wax and start. So the enter if you dare, we're gonna sit that right on here, and it fits perfectly on the surface. There's a little bit extra over, but that's okay. I just want to make sure that it is right. And then we're going to use black velvet. You can see my black velvet's starting to get low. It is, guys. I've been using it a lot. And I stuck my finger in the paste, but it's all good. All good. You just want to make sure you cover that silk screen so your design turns out beautiful and crisp and clean. Unless you're going for that rustic look, which you totally can do. But this font is already kind of rustic. And there is the enter if you dare. I love it. I think it looks really sharp against that green. It just got paste off of that finger earlier, and now it's back on. Oh well, it'll wash off. So I think I'm going to do the spider in the glow in the dark. I think that's the part that I want glow in the dark. Now you could do the whole thing, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that real quick with the spider even though I'm not going to watch the transfer real quick. And then I'll show you guys what it's going to look like glow in the dark. You just want to make sure it's back to room temp because you don't want to burn your transfer. Okay. There's the spider. And I'm just going to push down where I'm going to go. So let me close that up real quick. Okay, so the glow in the dark paste. Let me light it up so you guys can see. I'm using a black light so you guys can see the glow. See the glow to it? It's pretty cool. We are going to take the end of our multi-tool. We're just going to go up the little spider web. Now you want to put the glow in the dark paste. All of this, guys, is in last chance minus the blocks. So you're going to want to snag this stuff before it's gone. Glow in the dark is in last chance, and so is rust. You want to go kind of heavy with it. It's almost kind of like if you've ever used the etching cream, you kind of want to go pretty heavy with it. Pull that off here. Let me grab a... And then pull him up. So dry it. And then I'll show you guys the glow. The white, once it's on something, once the glow in the dark is actually on something, it actually absorbs and it will disappear on certain surfaces. Now, if you did it on black, sometimes it doesn't completely disappear. On a black surface, I'm talking. So here is the cute glow of the spider. Let me show you guys real quick. Let me shut the lights off. Let me shut these lights off so you guys can actually kind of see the glow. See, hold on a second. See the glow of the spider? He's glowing. He's not going to glow for super long because I don't have it charged completely, but that's what the glow in the dark paste looks like. It's super, super cool. So this part, we are going to do the radioactive, and we're going to do all of the radioactive symbols in glow in the dark. So we're going to do everything in black and then go glow in the dark over top. I love this technique. I love the glow in the dark. I think the glow in the dark is really, really cool. And I think that it just turns it into a unique project. But glow in the dark isn't only for Halloween, guys. You can totally use this for Christmas. That's why I'm telling you guys it's in last chance and you're going to want to snag it. Use it for like a Christmas decor. Make your Christmas lights glow in the dark. Or maybe you might want to use it for a really cool star or something like that that'll glow. It'll be really, really cool if you do that. You just want, like I said, you just want to make sure your silk screen is covered completely, so you're going to get that clean, crisp look. I'm going to pull all the extra that I have on this squeegee. Close that up. And there is the radioactive. Clean off my fingers here. We're going to get that dry. And then we'll do the symbols and glow in the dark. We might even do the whole thing and glow in the dark. I don't know. That would be kind of cool too. So the last chance is a really cool spot to check out. Chalk. If you are looking for some really cool stuff. Once it's sold out, it's gone. Once it goes into last chance, it's done. And they're not coming back with it. So that's why I'm saying run, run, run over to the chalk site and grab yourself the glow in the dark paste because you're going to want it. I'm just going to push down. I know paint on or paste on my hands, but we're all good there. We can wash that right off, so I'm not really worried about it. That's why we're going to use a big squeegee, which is a very small squeegee. And you can see how much I get on there. I'm doing that so that it's covered, and I'm going to push that through. You just want to make sure you're covering that silk screen, and then you're going to push it through that silk screen, because that's where the magic happens, guys. That is where all of the cool designs are going to be. Glowing, 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 as long as you push that through and you go heavy. And if it's not heavy enough, you can go back over it, just FYI. And this has got a little bit of black in it, so I'm not going to put that back in the jar. But I just noticed that I need to run this over top here. Just kind of pull all those lines. I feel like it's pretty thick and it looks good. So let's pull it. Oh yeah, it's covered really well. But you can always go back over if you feel like it's not covered really well. If you're like, I didn't go hard enough or heavy enough, you can go back over top of that. So don't fret about that. There's a little spot on the bottom of the radioactive that I didn't actually get, but that's all good. I think it looks fine. Because when it dries, you won't even be able to tell. All right. Now, there it is. See, it doesn't, you can't really tell that there is anything there. So let me shut my lights off again, and then I'll show you guys. I'm going to activate that glow in the dark. And you can see how cool that looks. Glowing. How awesome is that, right? I love the glow in the dark paste. I am not joking. I have a couple jars of it myself, and I am looking forward to using it for the holidays. I'm going to do a bunch of stars with it. I think it'll be really, really cool. So now we're just going to do this in black velvet. We're not going to do any glow in the dark with the October 31st. I'm going to leave the glow in the dark on the other two pieces and not put it on this one. And I think it'll be cool looking. So let's get this on here. Then we're going to grab our black velvets, grab our squeegee. Ooh, I just bumped my elbow on the edge of that board and got paste on my hands. That's the kind of day I'm having today. But it's all good. I'm having fun, and that's the whole point. I love chalk because it helps me relax. It helps me get into a calm zen, and I love decorating my house now. I used to decorate my house just with store-bought stuff, and I still do, but I take a lot and do my own, and it's just, I don't know, it fills my soul, I guess I would say, and I love that. Get this paste off my finger because I feel like I am going to shove that right into the orange, because that's what I would do. That is so cool. All right, let's. And our paste goes from a glossy finish to a matte finish, so you know that it is dry. So this is what it would look like all together. Let me lift this up so you guys can see. Okay, so it would be Enter If You Dare, Radioactive, and then October 31st. Or you can move it around. You can put the Enter If You Dare up at the top. Let's activate the glow. It's kind of hard to activate it when I'm backwards, but and then it's glowing. Well, it's not glowing very strong. Hold on. Like I said, I'm using a black light, and you can see the glow. And there's the glow. Super cool, right? All right, guys, I will put a cart link on how to get all of this stuff that we used here today. And I want to thank you all for being on my live. And if you're watching this on a replay, just go ahead and put hashtag replay. And I will talk to everybody later. I will see you all here Monday for our Christmas week. All right, guys, thanks so much. Bye.